Hi, I'm Jennifer Gallardi, and welcome to your Total Dream Body workout on the Pilates Pro Chair from Life's a Beach. This is an amazing sequence of exercises combined with cardio blast to help you burn calories and tone and tighten from head to toe. For every exercise we do, I'll begin by teaching the basic, most fundamental technique and then continue to a more challenging version or pace. If you're new to this work, or it's an off day, or you're simply a bit fatigued, feel free to stay with the basic exercise. Every Pilates exercise is effective when executed correctly, and I'd rather see you work with proper form than recruiting improper technique. Remember, this is your workout, and the goal is to walk away feeling strong and accomplished. Let's get started. Set your Pilates Pro Chair on a light spring configuration in the slot furthest from the pedal, and you want a single pedal configuration. As you advance in strength, you can always add more resistance, but I find the lower resistance works my core more as I have to stabilize my body with a lighter spring. So let's sit down on the chair to begin our footwork. Right now, we'll bring the feet high on the balls of the feet. So find that position and connect your heels together. This is called Pilates First. You'll hear me refer to it throughout the workout. Make sure you're pressing into the entire ball of the foot and the heels are up high and connected. It's like you're wearing high heels, and I like to call it Barbie foot. Hold onto the front of the chair and stay inside that Pilates box we talked about. You may want to put your hands on the sidebars if that's more comfortable. And we'll just begin by pumping down slowly to start so you can feel the connection. I want you to feel like you're moving your knees up by contracting your abdominals. Make sure your core is super stable as you pump through the feet. Abdominals are pulled up and in like you have that corset around you. Now let's pick up the pace once you feel secure in the movement, but if you begin to rock, slow it down a bit. Here we go. Sharp breaths. Every exhale an opportunity to pull that belly in a little tighter. Knees are directly over the second and the third toe. Sharp breaths. So we're warming up from the inside out here. Good, keep pressing down. A little bit longer, use those legs. Control the knees up with the abdominals. 3 and 2. And now let's change our foot position to parallel and go right away to the pumping. Heels are separated, knees are in line with your hips. Lift up off your hips and sit up nice and tall. Again, begin slowly if you need and speed it up once you feel stable. Shoulders are down, chest is up and open. Beautiful. Keep pumping. Nice. Breathe those sharp exhales. Again, you should feel everything start to get warm. And now we're gonna go to bird on a perch. So different foot position, just working different parts of the legs. That's gonna be right in the arch, wrap your toes around and pump. It's gonna challenge you more in the upper abs. You should really feel that. Press down, nice and stable, no wibbly wobbly. Good. Can you feel this warming up? I sure can. Let me hear you sharp exhale. Knees are in line with the hips again, abdominals pulled up and in, nice and tall, keep pumping. Good. Really pull in those transverse abdominals. Keep your hips stable. 4, 3, 2, and let's switch so our heels are on the pedal and begin pumping. In this position, I want you to feel more of the push coming from the backs of the legs between the hamstring and the glute. You know that point. Good. Let's speed it up. So getting that breath work going, getting the blood pumping, really important, like a little warm up. Nice. But again, the core, constantly engaging to keep you stable, shoulders back, pull them away from the ears, more space there. For 4, 3, 2, and let's quickly move to Pilates second. Now my knees are out again, and I'm pushing through the heels. Outside of the pedal, make sure you have external rotation in the hips and the knees aren't collapsing in. Keep that core nice and stable. It's like you have a corset, again, pulling in for this entire workout. Quick breath, snap the navel to the spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you ready to challenge your strength a bit more? We're gonna go with one leg, come high on the toes again, extend the right leg out in front of you, and if you're challenged in your flexibility, go ahead and bend that right leg, and let's start and press, press. Watch you that you don't collapse down. I really want you lifting out of the hips, nice and tall. Ball of the foot pressing down. Good. Use the abs to keep the torso light and lifted, chest up. Think of a string attached to your head pulling you up tall. You're gonna feel this in the quad too. Your core keeps you grounded. 3, 2, 1. All right, this is definitely a challenge. So remember, you can keep this knee bent if you want and press down. Here we go. If you want to try, extend it. Gonna feel that left oblique really pull in, this one working to pump. You might also find one side's easier or more challenging than the other. Just take notice of that. That's the work we're doing today, is to bring that body into balance and symmetry. Good. So you'll notice even the way you move will be different when you're off the chair. 3, 2, 1. Excellent work with the footwork. All right, let's press the toggle in, twist it toward you, and release so we come to our split pedal configuration. We're gonna move for our seated runs. So bring those balls of the feet high onto the pedals, press down, and find your position. Again, nice and tall at the edge of your seat, roll those shoulders back, and just like I said, we're gonna run. Press, press, little runs in place. Nice. So the temptation is gonna be to kind of let the shoulders go side to side, keep it nice and with me square. Good. Beautiful alignment, beautiful long spine. You're looking good. Hopefully you're feeling that core warm up, the entire body warm up. 3, 2, and great. Let's switch to the heels. Remember, like I said, you're gonna be more now working through the back of the legs, so feel that change. Control up, you can use a little hand down there, and let's go. Good, squeeze that area. We love it so much. We're gonna get it tight and toned today. Toes to the sky. Smile on the face. Good, those sharp exhales here. We're running with that breath. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Let's continue off the seat for our first cardio blast, consisting of marches and runs and mountain climbers. So anytime you hear me say cardio blast, this is what to expect. We'll move to a heavy spring configuration. So lift each pedal, bring the springs closer to you, and turn around on your chair and place your hands towards the back. High on those toes again, press each pedal down. You're gonna feel more tension in those springs. Now I'd like you to begin with the marches. Nice cat position here, so rounded back, belly sucked in and back towards the spine, and really press. So this is your basic move. Now to advance, you're gonna lift the belly, come up, round that back, and start running. All right, so little runs, run, run, run. And then even harder, you're gonna start running in place, down and lift. So you're really gonna have to use the core. Pull the ribs in and back. Use those transverse abdominals to stabilize you. Try to be light on the shoulders here. I know it's tough, but as much as you can be out of the shoulders, the better. Really wanna work the core and tighten everything up. Feel it happening from there. Like a strings at your belly button, lifting you higher. Good, how about one more little run in place, up and down. Whew, excellent job. Your heart should be pumping and you should be sweating a little bit. I certainly am. We're going to move to the single pedal configuration for our next move, mountain climbers. Turn around again and place one foot on the pedal. So the basic exercise is just pushing down through that area between the glute and the hamstring that we talked about. Again, the area we love so much. So remember, this is your basic. Keep the tailbone long, belly scoop. Now, mountain climber more advanced, you're gonna bring the opposite foot on the chair, hold on to the back, and you're gonna pump here. The idea is to keep the chest from collapsing on the thigh. Really keep this leg stable, so you're gonna feel this part of the tush really work to stabilize you, and this one working to pump. Exhale every time you push down. Draw your chin towards your chest, look to your belly button, so no lifting of the head here. Keep everything scooped. You should maybe even feel a stretch in this side of the back. Feel that quad working as it presses down. Whoa, on fire. 4, 3, 2, 1, excellent. And let's switch. So remember, if you're starting with the basic, I'll do that first. You're just gonna push down, but your belly's still scooped in, you're still rounding, and you're pushing right here. And to begin to the advanced, step up and start pressing. Press, press. Scoop the belly, chin towards the chest. Feel that thigh and that glute. Everything working here. Give me a few more. And come off. Excellent job. Make sure you release this pedal with control. And we'll move to our calf stretch. So come back, Pilates first, heels together, or you can have them separate, whatever's comfortable for you in this stretch. Bring your heels down, feel the stretch through the back of the legs. Belly stays scooped as you lift up, heels together, inner thighs squeeze in. I like Pilates first because it works my inner thighs. It makes me zip up and seam everything in, like a zipper from my heels to the tops of my legs. And one more, feel that stretch. Let's hold that stretch a little bit longer. Take one deep inhale and exhale, release any tension. And then slowly with control, bring the pedal back. For our next move, a roll down, push down combo, we're gonna move to this light spring configuration. And let's move to our push down combo. We'll come to Pilates first, facing the back of the chair. Remember that zipper through the inseam that I talked about. So zip up from the heels, the calves, inner thighs, through the pelvic floor, long spine, inhale up, exhale to scoop the belly, chin towards the chest, look to the navel until the hands come to the pedal and push down. Keep those inner thighs zipped up and we'll inhale up and exhale as you push down towards the floor. Now really make sure it's your core and abdominals doing this work. Good, inhale up, exhale push. So these are longer breaths here, moving with a lot of control. Keep those inner thighs zipped and seamed up. Every exhale, the navel comes further to the spine. You should feel a nice stretch in the back. And try to keep the shoulders away from the ears. Super stable here, 2 more. Exhale, last one. And now hold it down and bend the elbows and continue to push down for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep the ribs moving towards the hips. Keep the lats pulling back and down. 2 and 1. Nice job. Slowly roll up to release the pedal. Squeeze those inner thighs together to come up with grace. Inhale, exhale. Excellent job. For our next exercise, the pull-ups, we're going to move to the heavy configuration. So lift the pedal, slide the springs closer to you, and again, facing the back. So we'll bring our hands towards the backs of the chair, come onto that Barbie foot, nice and high in the toes. Now remember, we're getting assist from the springs here, so heavier is gonna be a little easier. If you want more challenge, take a little bit of load off the springs. So inhale, and as you exhale, scoop the belly, round the back, drop the chin to the chest, look at it down. Inhale down, exhale, scoop and lift. Again, try to use less arm work, more core work. One of my favorite exercises, so simple, so effective. I really feel it targeting my core. I'm using the breath deeply, really pulling in the transverse abdominals, everything I have to lift those hips up and be light. It's almost as if someone could lift you off the pedals. You're working in the core so much. 4 more. 3, 2, look to the belly, make sure it's pulling back towards the spine. Excellent. Let's release the pedal with control to move to our swan dives. So we're gonna work the posterior chain, the back, which is really important because it seems like we're always hunched over a phone or a computer. So this is really gonna counterbalance that imbalance in the back. So let's bring our hips down onto the chair and our hands onto the pedal. Extend the legs long behind you. Feel like you have strings pulling you back and long. And then you want your shoulders directly over your wrists. And then roll those shoulders back to make sure they're not pulling up towards the ears. Now on an inhale, lift up, extend the legs behind you, and exhale, bring the ribs in, tighten the belly, press down. Feel the back work on the way up. Inhale and exhale. So again, not pressing from the shoulders, really pressing the core in, tightening everything up, using the transverse abdominals to keep the hips stable. So this is excellent, excellent for the back, for toning, but really for strengthening and lengthening so you're taller and look a little bit leaner with every exercise. Don't only think about coming up, but think about extending long so you find some room in that spine. This should feel really good. Give me 2 more here. Again, long behind you with those legs. Squeeze the glutes, the whole posterior chain active. Last one, we'll hold it down and we'll go to quicker presses. So press the arms down, feeling the work in the arms. Getting nice and tight and toned here. For 4, 3, transverse abdominals working to keep those hips glued. And lift up slowly. Let's take a quick break, a little stretch, and we're gonna do that whole series again. Good, open the chest, look up, lift, and stretch the belly. And we'll come back for the swan dives and the presses. Good, inhale, exhale, press down. Keeping the arms onto the back. So the shoulder blades stay off the back. They don't come off the back. Kind of right where that bra strap goes. We're gonna tighten and tone that up. As long as you keep everything engaged, right? Now remember, you can always move to a lighter spring here. That's gonna make the push down a little easier, but it's gonna make the lift up a little harder. So you adjust to where you need, and you can always play with these. So I encourage you to get on this on your own and do these on your own. Even if you only have a couple minutes every day. 2 more. Deep breaths, pulling that corset a little tighter every time you press down. And here we go, arm presses. Feel the triceps, woo! Especially if you're on this heavy spring. 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently with control, come up. Great job. Come off the chair, and we're going to move to lighter springs first. So slide them back. And a dual pedal. And we'll do a little stretch for the spine now. So return. Bring the palms down. Excellent. And again, wiggle your weight forward so the shoulders are over the wrist. You might need to adjust, find where you can hold it, and then you're going to lift your right arm. Continue to press down with your left. Look over your right shoulder for a nice stretch here. Hold. You're keeping the transverse abdominals pulled in to keep you balanced. And then other side. Again, moving the shoulder away from the ear, getting a little twisting action. So good for the spine and for spine mobility. So we want to look great, but of course we also want to function well. We want to bring balance to the body. So you move with more grace, more fluidity, more strength. Lengthening everything out here. Really stretch those feet long behind you. Excellent. And now we'll adjust for running with our arms. So again, roll your shoulders back, make sure you're stable here, and we're gonna go for about 20 seconds here. So it's just like running with the feet, but with the arms. So keep those core abdominals pulled nice and in. And again, try to keep your chin down, top of the head to the television. I know you're gonna wanna look up. It's tempting, but just try to listen for my cues here. Pull the navel back, run, 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 run with those arms. Feel the triceps. Oh yeah. Again, no wibble wobbling side to side in the hips. Keep them super stable here. How about for 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, a little cardio blast right there. So we're gonna slide back a little bit more on the chair, get stable, and now we're gonna do our one arm push downs. So to begin, just bring the right arm up, keep the left down and press down. Long, deep, smooth breath. Now to advance this, you're going to take that left arm off and then continue to push down. So you really got to squeeze those glutes, work that back as you continue to work the arm for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. We'll move to the other side. So adjust. And again, to start, you're just pressing down the left arm. This is the beginning version. And feel free to stay here if you'd like. And when you're ready, lift the other arm off. Again, when we work asymmetrically like this, you might find imbalances. One is stronger, one is weaker, and that's totally normal. We're all a little messed up, we're all a little crooked, but we're gonna work to adjust that for 3, 2, and 1. Great job, that is not easy. Did you feel the arms? I sure did. We're going back to our cardio blast. Remember, we want the heavy spring configuration, so lift the pedals. Start with those basic marches, high on the toes, hands to the back of the chair, belly scooped. I'm only gonna do this for a little bit, and then I'm gonna run to the more advanced runs, pun intended. So press down to get started, and when you're ready, start lifting off through your core. Tighten everything up, tighten the tush, and run. Quick breaths. And then when you're ready, we go up and down. Remember, you can always regress it a little bit too if you're feeling exhausted, or if something's working that shouldn't be, or something doesn't feel right, you just go back to the runs in place or the marches. It's totally cool. Your workout is going to be different from yesterday, different from tomorrow. Let's do one more running up, one more running down. Wow. Quick way to get that heart rate up. And we're moving to our single pedal configuration for mountain climbers. Push it in, turn around, hands back on the chair. Remember, to begin, it's one foot on the pedal, just pressing down. This in and of itself is great for the back of the leg. Again, that nice line between the glute and the bum. And when you're ready, you'll step up, if you're ready, belly away from the thigh, and continue to pump with that leg. Heavy in this glute here, really keeping you stable, working the backs of the legs, but of course the core to keep from wobbling side to side. Oh my gosh, my thigh. It's burning. Do you feel yours? Good. How about 4 more? 4, 3, 2, and switch. I'm going to go right away to the more advanced mountain climber, but again, choose the level that's right for you and start pumping. Want to keep it moving here. One thing we're also working are these feet. We forget about the feet. They should be the first thing that hits the floor every day, so it's really important we have strong feet, as well as strong legs and a strong core. 4, 3, 2, 1, excellent. Take a deep breath as you release that pedal. Work the legs out, and let's move back for our calf stretch. So step it back, Pilates first or parallel. Let's try parallel. Again, you can always go back to the Pilates first if that feels better. You'll just get a different part of the calf getting stretched out. Keep the belly taut, shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Find your breath. Reconnect. So much of this is connecting breath with movement, mind with body. Let's hang out here for an extra breath. Reconnect to the breath, to your center. Feel the back of the calf stretch. And with control, bring that pedal back. And we'll continue some more upper body work with a single arm pump. Before we do, let's come to a light spring configuration. Lift the pedals, slide them back. You'll be happy we did that in just a second. So come to the side, Pilates first, engage those inner thighs, lift the outside arm, tall spine as you exhale, chin towards the chest. Feel like you're coming over a hurdle, pull the transverse abdominal in, bring that hand to the hip, and bring the inside arm onto the pedal. Now you're gonna hold everything stable with your core, and you're gonna press down. You should really feel the oblique engaged to keep you stable, and then that arm working to press down. Everything nice and tight. 3, exhale, 2, and 1. Gently start to roll up, bring the pedal up, keep those inner thighs zipped. So even our transitions are working. Let's move to the other side. Single arm pump. Inhale, outside arm up, nice long spine, Pilates first. Exhale, chin towards the chest, round, and get as close as you need. And bring that hand to the hip as we pump. Now again, if one side feels a little weaker, that's okay. You're working to cultivate strength on the weaker side. Balance everything out. Exhale, pull this in. 4, 3, feel the back of the arm. 2, 1 more. Just for extra credit, bring it up, slowly round up. Exhale down. Beautiful work. We're going to move to a single arm plank. So this is challenging. We're going to move to the dual pedal configuration. Let's come down to our knees, and this is the modified version first. So please start with this one because it is such a challenging exercise. You can always pick it up, you can always add heavier spring. So we'll come down, place this hand underneath the shoulder, send the knees behind the hips, pull the belly in to have a nice long spine. So watch you don't let that belly sink and let the back dip. Pull everything in a straight line, pull the toes up, and here we go. 7, 6. You really have to pull that core in to keep yourself from wobbling side to side. Such a great exercise for the back, the core, the arms, head to toe. Let's do 2 in the advanced mode if you'd like, and then we can both do all of them in advanced on the other side. Press back through those heels, long spine. Great. We're going to move straight to the plank on this side, but remember, you don't have to wait for me to give any sort of modification. You can come straight to the knees or just adjust somewhere in between. Here we go. That hand right underneath the shoulder, spread those fingers nice and wide. Find your stability first, find alignment, and then go ahead and press. Of course, I choose this on my weaker side, so I'm really working here to keep that left side balanced and not from popping up. Keeping the core in, everything braced. It should feel like you're in a block of cement, except for that arm. 2 and 1, and slowly come down, lift the pedal up. That is not easy, great job. Let's come up. We're moving back to some leg work with the single pedal configuration. We'll face our chair again. And you're gonna have your instep onto the pedal, just 1 foot, and then find a position where you can balance. Good, so this isn't easy. Lift up through the inner thigh, nice and tall, and you're gonna press down with that leg. Now watch that the knee doesn't lock out. There is a slight bend, and if you need to bend it more, feel free, but you're really squeezing down in that area that we love so much, right where my finger is, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. So concentrated and so deep, you don't need many of them. We'll just switch. Good. Up tall, bend the knee a little bit, just watch it's not locked and you don't push from the joint, and we'll press down. So you'll notice there's not a huge range of motion here, but it's tight and it's concentrated right where we want it. For 4, 3, 2, shoulders away from the ears, 1, excellent. Now we'll move to the side, just getting a different part of the leg, and you'll place that arch in, slight internal rotation of the leg, lift up out of the standing leg, and press down. Again, super small, super tight. Try not to wobble side to side. It's challenging. Pull that belly in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch to the other side. Make sure you're super stable first, and then you press down. For 4, 3, focus and concentrate. Use that breath. Nice job. Doesn't take much, right? We're gonna move on to our cardio blast, get that heart back up, get the blood pumping, and let's start in the dual pedal configuration. We're gonna move to the heavy spring. Step up, hands to the back, and remember we start with the marches. If you want to start right away with the runs, feel free, but we're going now. Good, again, drawing that knee up from the abs. And then when you're ready, you'll start little runs, up and down. Remember, you have tension here to play with as well. So if you want to make it even more challenging, you go lighter on these springs for this one. Good, light out of the shoulders, pull that core in. This doesn't get easier every time you do it. Whew, gets a little harder maybe, that's okay, you can do it. Let's go 1 more up, One more down. Moving on to mountain climbers. Remember, we have to change back to that single pedal configuration. Face the back, and we'll start with one leg. And I'm gonna move right away to full mountain climbers, stepping up, scooping my belly, and press. Press, draw the knee up, pull the oblique in. Remember, it's okay if it doesn't feel easier. You're a little more tired right now. Try to keep that weight off the shoulders, off of the leg, and feel that glute tighten up. Send the weight back. Make sure your knees aren't hanging over your toes. 4, 3, 2, and let's switch right away. Great job. Bring both feet to the pedal. Let's go for that calf stretch again. I'm gonna go in first, but you can keep the heels separated as you lower down. Take a breath, stretch, and then scoop the belly, come up, high on the toes, feel the calves activate, and then feel them stretch as you release down, finding length through the back of the leg. Ballerina calves, nice and pretty and long, nice and strong. And let's do one more as we hold. Again, reconnect to that breath. We were just working hard. And then slowly release the pedal. And lucky you, we get to do some more arm work with our backward facing dips. Before we do, let's adjust to a light spring. So slide them back. And we'll sit down on our buns. Doesn't mean we're gonna be lazy down here though. You're gonna sit high on those sit bones again. So if you need, pull the flesh out from underneath you and then find where you can bring your hands back behind you. Now if you're really rounded and dropping down, feel free to bend your knees a little bit so your spine can be up tall. You're about, I'd say about 1 or 2 inches from the foot pad. Roll those shoulders back, chest open, and let's press down for 10. Exhale every time you push down. Again, every exhale, an opportunity to tighten up that core. Shoulders away from the ears for 4, 3, get nice and stable, 2, and 1. Super effective, super targeted. Let's take a little stretch here for those triceps since we just worked them. I like stretching in between my exercises. I sneak it in so you don't leave at the end and forget to stretch. All right, let's turn around, get those hands back. Find that tall spine, high on those sit bones. If you'd like to try to extend the legs here, you can, and let's press down. Remember, snapping the navel back to the spine with every exhale, keeping yourself super stable with your core here. Press down, elbows are up high. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's move back to the stretch. Good. Drop that hand down. You don't need to pull the elbow all the way across. Just let the hand hang down heavy. And we're gonna move to lying on our back for some leg work. Again, the back of the legs are really gonna work here. So turn around. We're gonna stay on our light spring configuration. You're gonna have your bum about a good 1 or 2 away from the seat. Lift up tall first, inhale, and as you exhale, slowly scoop the belly. So working on our way down and lie down. And then you might need to scooch forward a little bit. So you're gonna bring your legs onto the foot pedal and you're gonna press down. Again, it's not about range of motion here, it's about feeling the tightness. So go ahead and press. Keeping the core stable and the ribs from popping up to the ceiling. So draw the navel to the spine without lifting the hips. So don't print the back of the spine onto the mat. You're really working through the backs of the legs, but that core is working to hold you steady for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. And let's go to bird on a perch. So now you're gonna move into your arches a little bit more, getting a different part of the back of the leg. Here we go for 10. You might have a little more strength here. More of your foot is pressing down, so the range of motion might be bigger. But you're really gonna feel this. Whew. Really concentrated again. You don't need many of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Let's move on to our heels here. Again, just targeting a little different area. Pull the navel in, ribs down, connected to the hips, and here we go, press down. Smooth, deep breaths. Keeping the body quiet on the mat. 3, 2. Are you ready for your challenge? We're gonna lift one leg off, and now you've only got one leg and the same amount of spring. So here you go, press it down. You'll notice the range of motion gets significantly smaller. How about 3 more? 2, 1, and let's switch legs. Woo! Feel it tightening up. Now feel that leg stretch. Here we go, other leg. Really focus on squeezing between the hamstring and the glute, all the way down towards the knee for 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. Draw the knees into the chest. Again, a quick burst for the back of the leg is going to get the nice shapely back of the leg. And then slowly draw your chin in, and let's roll up for a nice stretch. So you're going to extend your legs out and flex your feet. Press the heels down into the mat. Sit up tall, high off the sit bones, and then reach the chest forward, chin down towards the chest. So you have a nice long line in the back. If you want to reach and you have more flexibility, you can reach for the back of the chair. Or you can take the legs a little wider. So play with your stretches. Remember, it's what feels good for you. Breathe deep into the back of those legs. So we just contracted them and shortened them. Now we want to lengthen them out. And we're going to come to a C-curve spine stretch. So this will feel really good on your back. You're going to squeeze the chair with your calves. Place your palms onto the foot pedal. Take a deep inhale, lift up long, nice long spine. As you exhale, drop into that C-curve, round the back and push the pedal down. Working the core, but also stretching the back. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, we want spinal mobility too. Super important as we get older to keep our height, to keep our posture. Inhale. Exhale, press. Navel towards the spine, belly tight. Inhale, shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, press and hold. Stretch that spine. So remember, if our belly is contracting, our spine does the opposite. It should stretch. One more. Let's turn around and face the front. Beautiful job. We'll stay on the floor for our abdominal series. So make sure you're far enough away that when you roll back, you don't hit the chair. So move forward, engage the belly, pull up, sit on those sit bones tall like a string's lifting you from your top of your head. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, slowly roll down with control, using the core. Beautiful. Take the hands to the chair. Now, no death grips here. Roll those shoulders back. Pull the ribs in to stabilize you. This exercise is going to be harder than it looks. You're going to bend this knee if you need more support and extend it if you're more advanced. Bring the other leg up into the air. Feel the hamstring stretch here for a little bit, or if you need, bend the knee. We're moving to corkscrews. The idea is to keep the entire torso stable without, kind of, like I said, death gripping the chair. So take the leg across the body, little circles onto the ceiling. Think of, again, keeping everything stable even though the leg is moving from the hip joint. Let's do 3 more here. 3, 2, 1, and let's go the other way. Down and around and up. Down and around and exhale. Down and around and exhale. You're gonna feel this oblique really work to keep everything, again, stable. The back of this leg is almost glued to the floor. So everything's nice and tight, pulled in. 2 and 1. Excellent. Draw that knee into the chest. Give it a little squeeze. Give the hip a little stretch. Again, keep this leg long to find some space in the hip flexor here. And we'll switch. This leg stays on the floor, bent if you need, or straightened if you can. Other leg straight in the air, just like a rocket. Nice long leg. And you're going to take it down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. Pull in that oblique. No wiggle woggles here. I think I just made up a word. That's okay, as long as you're breathing. For 3, 2, exhale every time that toe points straight to the ceiling. And then switch other side. Small, focused, concentrated. Breath with movement, mind to the body. 3, 2, and 1. Pull that knee in. It's another reason I love Pilates. It helps me focus, so you're also working your mind here. It's just a little bonus we thought we'd give you. And then bend both those knees into the chest. We're gonna do a double corkscrew. So legs up to the ceiling. Again, bring the hands back to the chair. If you need, bend the knees a little bit. So again, don't lock the knees out. Just keep them slightly bent. And watch that your hips aren't lifting up off the mat. Keep the tailbone connected, shoulders back. Here we go. One way, down, around, and up. This one's really hard to talk and do at the same time. And let's go the other way. Little circles on the ceiling. Beautiful job. Let's bring both knees into the chest. Let's take a little stretch here. And then feet to the floor. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale, bring the arms down as you slowly roll up. Good. And we'll do a little twist here. So just bend your knees and we'll twist to one side. Try to keep the knees in together so you're not shifting your hips, right? You're using your core. Think of spiraling around that navel like you're wringing out a towel. It's gonna feel really nice on the back. And then just turn to the other side. Deep inhale, deep exhale, pulling the navel further to the spine to deepen the twist. One of my favorite little things to do to really stretch my back. Good job. We're gonna move to flying eagles again for the posterior chain. So we've worked the front, gotta work the back. Let's turn around and come to lie on our bellies. Now take your feet out hip distance and extend the legs behind you so you find length in the low back. We don't want to crunch up in there. A lot of people already have pain in that area, so we want to make sure it's nice and long. If you want more of a challenge, zip your inner thighs in. You want to be far enough away so your hands come to the pedal, forehead to the mat. Again, take it out long, and as you inhale, you're going to press down through your hands, lift up. It's almost like that swan dive, just from a different position. And exhale, navel to the spine to slowly control down. Again, control is the name of the game here. Using the back muscles to lift up, press down. Inhale to press up. Nice and slow and long here. Get as long as you can. We want to create length in our spine. I'm pretty positive that I grew an inch from doing Pilates, and I'm not kidding. Exhale, navel to the spine. So just think about that. Think of growing tall here, so you're not only going up, you're extending long through the top of the head. We're gonna hold here, and we're gonna take little presses down for 8, 7, keeping the torso and the trunk stable. 4, return. Excellent. Let's take a little stretch in child's pose. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, lift the belly and the hips to move back to the heels. Take your seat. You can even wobble the hips side to side, really release that low back. And we're going to do that all over again. So return to the belly. Slowly down, forehead to the mat. You might need to adjust again. And when you're ready, inhale to come up nice and long. Feel the stretch in the front body as the backside works. Remember what I said before, they're attached. So right now, the back is contracting, so you should feel the stretch and the length in the belly. Again, stay out of the low back by thinking of pulling the legs behind you. You're gonna get a nice, toned, sculpted and defined backside here. Again, we want a balanced body. We don't want to overwork or underwork any part. Slow, steady, and controlled. One more. And hold as we do our little press down. Softly bend the elbows. 7, 6. Not a huge range of motion here. Keep the spine extended. 3, 2, hello triceps. Inhale to lift. Let's hold here, slightly bend the elbows and press. 8, 7, keep the belly pulled in. Maybe can you get a little higher, chin stays in. Hello, triceps. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release down with control. Woo! Excellent. Hands underneath the shoulders, lift the belly to lift the hips. Little mini push-up brings you back to child's pose. Soften the elbows, release the low back here. Wiggle the hips side to side, lengthen the spine. Deep breaths. Take one more deep breath into the back side of the body like you're filling balloons. Upper back fills, exhale. Good, one more deep inhale. And as you exhale, navel to the spine, slowly round you up using the core to stack each vertebra on top of each other. Long spine. Excellent, and we have one more cardio blast before we finish up, so let's come to standing. And we'll move to our dual pedal configuration. We'll also move to heavy springs. So bring those back up. And if you can, I want you to go for it right away with the runs. So if you need to bring it to just pressing down with one foot and the other, go ahead, but otherwise come high on those toes. This is the final one, everyone, so just lift up and let's take off. Up, 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 and down, 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 down. Pull the navel to the spine to lift you light off the shoulders. Oh my goodness, core, heart rate getting up, mini runs. Suck that belly back like there's a vacuum pulling it to your spine. Look to your navel center. I can see you between my legs here. That's how much my chin is down and my belly's pulling up. How about one more? Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. Nice, and gently step off the pedal. Come back to the single pedal configuration for a mountain climber. Let's turn around quickly, get right into the mountain climbers, pressing one pedal down. Again, remember you can always stay here, and let's come straight up if you're ready. Chest away from the thigh, round the back, look to the belly and press. Here we go. The leg that's pumping is working, the leg that is stabilizing is working. Tight glutes, tight legs. Nice lines, excellent, use that breath. How about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, excellent. Quick transition, switch the feet, come up, hollow out the belly, look to the belly and press. Press it heavy in that glute, make it fire. Make it stabilize, make it work. Again, try not to be too much in the hands and the shoulders. Let the core lift you light. 8, 7, sharp breaths. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. That was your last cardio blast. I hope you're a little tuckered out, but not too much. We're gonna do our final set of abdominal exercises on the chair. So let's sit on the chair. For this probably most classic exercise in Pilates, the hundreds. So you'll find where you can balance. Pull your knees up, open your chest, and then scoop the belly, right? So those low transverse abdominals are really pulling in. Watch you don't have a pooch here. You're pulling up, and then look, keep your eye line on your belly. And you're gonna extend the legs out as much as you can and as stable as you can get. Begin to curl down a little bit more. There you go. Now pull in. You're gonna press the arms down as you inhale for 5. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to 10. Notice my shoulders aren't coming up. They're pulling away from my ears. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is really gonna keep you warm. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on 6. Every exhale, pull that navel back further. Maybe lower down a little bit more. 2 more sets. 1 more. Excellent. Slowly roll up. Oh, that's one way to finish. Yeah, we're still going. We've got a straight leg stretch coming up, but take a little stretch to those abdominals, lift up, and exhale. So you'll scoop down, roll down, and then pull one knee in towards the chest, look to the belly, and here we go for 10, 9, 8, single leg stretch, 7, 6, 5. This is not easy. Do the best you can. You can be up a little higher if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Use your core to help you roll up. Take a little stretch here. Inhale and exhale. Hands down. And then again, roll down, scoop the belly, legs up, and moving to a straight leg stretch. So the knees can still be slightly bent. They don't have to be as extended as mine. They can be here. Otherwise, let's go for 1 and 2. Look to your navel. 3, 4, 5. Breathe. Exhale. 6. A little hamstring stretch here, which should feel nice. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Again, use your core to help lift you. Roll up. Inhale up. Exhale, navel to the spine. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, let's roll down for that crisscross. Good, hands behind the head. You'll pull one knee in and we'll switch for 10, 9. Feel the oblique, pull the abdominal and the knee in. Nice job, knee to elbow. Great, use the chair, roll yourself up to help you come up. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Great job, that was some deep abdominal work there. Super proud of you. Let's stretch it out with a mermaid, one of my favorites. You're gonna take the leg behind you and press the outer edge of the foot flat onto the mat so that leg there is nice and long. Take a deep inhale, stretch the waist, feel all those muscles you just worked, lengthen out. And as you exhale, use the hand to press down into the pedal, feel the stretch to the side body. Good, roll your navel open to the ceiling. Take a deep inhale here. Use the core and the abdominals to lift you softly off the pedal and return to the other side. Inhale here, stretch. Exhale. You're still moving from your waist though to keep you graceful. Take a deep inhale, feel the side long like a balloon. Exhale, inhale again. Start to slow the heart rate down. Connecting breath with movement. Becoming more centered, more focused. I hope that you'll find, like I did, that Pilates really helps me when I'm off the chair as well. It helps me focus, it helps me control my breath, reduces my stress levels. So it truly is a mind-body discipline. Inhale, stretch. Exhale again, moving from your center. Let's do one more before we move to the other side. Gotta even you out. Take this time for yourself. Good. And let's just move to the other side. Again, back leg long, outer edge of the foot pressing into the floor. Inhale, lift up tall off the hips. Exhale, use a little oblique crunch here on this side to stretch the opposite side. Again, one side contracting, the other side lengthening. Very simple. Inhale, slowly off. Exhale, reach and bend. And see if you can move with smoothness and grace, fluidity here. And a lot of that will come from that core control. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Stretch and lengthen without pulling the shoulder to the ear. And let's do one more on this side. Use your core strength to gently bring the pedal back, sit up tall. Let's do some final stretches. So come to the back, grab onto the handles, and then move your seat back, round your back, scoop your belly like a cat, send your hips behind you and lower your chin towards your chest. You can kind of even wiggle your hips side to side to feel more stretch in one side of the low back than the other. Maybe pull up a little bit more, round like a cat a little bit more. And then bring it forward to open the chest. Good, take a deep inhale across the chest, slightly lift the chin. And then exhale, navel back to the spine. Hang on to the handlebars there. Maybe wiggle, jiggle a little bit. This is where you do get to jiggle. Round up. Open the chest, shoulders press away from the ears, just like a mini swan. Inhale. Stretch the front of the body and the chest. Exhale. Good, move it back. Let's take a deep inhale together. Maybe the deepest breath you'll get all day. Suck it in, and then let it all go. Congratulations, you completed your Life's a Beach Total Dream Body workout on the Pilates Pro Chair. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm super proud of the work you did today, and you're on your way to having your dream body.